All right, folks, how's it going today? Little update video here. Seeing as how I've got some peace and quiet again, and I got some time in between these jobs. The job I just quit versus my new job, which is gonna be a big paying job. And I got some time to work on my wood burning stove. Figured I'd give you all an update. Today I worked on uh, off a job. I just quit. I got some last minute parts. I got this piece of 4-inch pipe. I already got the end fish mouth that ground down so it fits on a round surface like that. All I do is level it off, trace that out, cut the hole, and 26 gauge stovepipe will go into that. That's my chimney. Then I got the ash box built. Let me get that flashlight here. Got those on the job the last day I was there. Nice chunk of angle iron laying around. There's the back of it. I got that rounded out. I like making stuff out of angle iron, man. I was cutting the length, the nice square ends, put them together. There's the bottom and two sides built. There's a piece of 1/8 inch thick. I still got to fine tune that. It's a little too big. But eventually I'm going to weld a small hinge on there. And it's going to swing out like that. To pull out a tray. The ashtray out of the ash box. So just go dump it, put it back in. Close that. That rack I got out of a neighbor last year after the hurricane. His grill blew away and disappeared, but he still had the rack. He was throwing that out. He said, "Oh, I'll grab that. I can use it for something." We got these two pieces of pipe also on the last day of the job, sitting in a dumpster. They're gonna act like my legs. I'll cut them. It's not gonna be this tall. I'll probably take these and cut them in half. Maybe 18 inches off the floor. So I don't have to buy those. A couple of pieces of black iron pipe, especially with the high cost of everything. They're probably double what they were last year. Right, here's it's going to be another combustion air intake box. There's two pieces of angle iron, 1/8 inch thick. I cut out of this, cleaned it up nice. All I got to do is weld those two halves together. I'm going to cut it in the center back here. It'll be inserted like a halfway like that. This piece of steel here, I'm going to cut that to fit. That's going to be a damper in there. I can adjust the airflow to almost closed or open if I want a lot of air to come in. Well, the more air you got, the faster your wood's going to burn. This hinge, got that prepared. After I designed the front, there's the front. Still haven't cut that out yet. That's where all the gauges and everything else used to be on. That's going to open my door and load my wood. I got like 6 more of these from the 2 commercial grade doors I scrapped. I went ahead and cut the rectangle part off. I had the 4 holes in it. I'm just going to weld that on there. I think that will look a lot better. No holes. Oop. I dropped my scratch all. And I got my fresh air intake. Went ahead and used this as a template. That's off another wood burning potbelly stove that used to belong to my mom. I just unbolted it, used it as a template, a pattern. I still got to fine tune it. I'm going to take a file. I did the best I could. It looks a little rough. It is what it is. It'll work. I can clean that up with a file so I'm not taking too much metal off. That was a small piece of 3-inch pipe. And I rounded off the edges just to act like a piece of trim to go around there. And you just turn that like that to adjust your airflow. It's going to be installed on the bottom of the door right here. It's hard to imagine now. This was the front of the tank. Went ahead and cut the top off. It actually shortened this tank. It took out like 4 inches. It was about there. I just didn't want it that long. So eventually that's going to get welded back on there once I design the door. So far, all this material, the pipe and everything else, oh, to get my round cutouts, I just took this piece of thick aluminum wire I got. I kind of bent it around the tank. And it got me close enough where I needed to use that as a template or a pattern. And cut my, I don't know what I did with it now. Here it is. Just took the wire, laid it on that steel, traced it out some soapstone, and fits pretty good. And it's not perfect. I'm just basically cutting and prefabricating all the pieces. I'm not going to tack a weld nothing until everything is prefabbed and ready to go. Then I'll tack everything up. So that's about it. I'm just still creating all the parts. It's nice and smooth. I had to shorten that up actually, because this is bigger than 3 inches. It's like 3 1/8. So it wouldn't fit inside this 3-inch pipe, so I had to make it smaller. It's fine. It's no problem at all. There's always ways to adapt. There's another piece of grating I got off the job. Eventually I'm going to make an outdoor fire pit, a better one than I got out of that stupid galvanized bucket. That's going to make excellent wood holder, and the bottom inside of it to hold your wood on. I also might put a damper in here, right underneath. Then it'll be all sealed to the back. What it does, instead of all the heat and smoke flying right out the chimney, it forces the smoke. Then you got air intake and a natural draft creates a vacuum. Well, it'll force all the smoke to come to the front, which will be open by about 2 inches, and then go back over. And then it can extract more heat out of it, makes it more efficient. And they do work. So that's about it. The only thing I'm going to pay for, so far, everything you see, I've not paid 1 nickel for any of this. Found the tank, because it gave me the whole idea for this project. That pipe, those pipes there for my legs, everything else, all this angle iron. This was holding a control valve to a pallet. I said, man, that's a 1/8 inch thick steel angle iron. I'm taking it home. That's why I'm a pack rat. Not a hoarder, but a pack rat. I can always use it for something, even if it's something I haven't even thought of yet. Oh, it's so nice to, not be yelled at and nagged at. I got my peace and quiet. I can do my projects again and focus and concentrate on things. Obviously, I can't use this when it's done in the apartment. It's not set up for that. Now I'm thinking like further down the road when I get my own house. A lot of people are doing a 16, I'm looking at a 16 by 40 2-story shed converted to a small house. A lot of people are doing that. And a lot of them look nice, man. I'm probably going to buy a plot of land somewhere, maybe in Erie, PA. I got my eyes on, closer to home, closer to family, but I'm still out of New York State's clutches. I'm not bound by their crap and horseshit laws and high taxation and whatever else. And I can put that in my home and heat half my house with that. Firewood's free. Some future project. Here's the piece here that I cut off the top. That's going to be a piece of 1/4 inch thick steel plate. This is what I cut off. I was going to try and make my door. I got to get some round to square to make the door. But man, I'll never be able to bend that flat. And it'll be all dented up, and it'll just look like hell. So no, that's a reject. I'll save it for some scrap use, or again something where it doesn't have to look nice, but I need a piece of steel for whatever reason. Never know. That's about it. Just tinkering around, doing my thing, in peace and quiet. All right. God bless y'all. Love y'all. Bye.